Welcome to the Breakaway. For those watching on Facebook, YouTube and Twitter, welcome along. Nairo Quintana took the stage win into Calpe. Nico Roche is in the overall race lead. An Irish-Colombian celebration. How's about that for a party? Well, we can show you Nico on the podium just now, and by the magic of television, he's right beside us. Nico, congratulations, back in red. How does it feel?
It feels great to be back in the Breakaway.
Oh, lovely. That's more important than being in red. I love it.
You know, like, this is what I have to do to come back to the plateau, is I have to go on the podium. So I really committed today to make it to the first breakaway of the Vuelta. No, it was it's an amazing feeling. It was 6 years now since I had the leader's jersey. Had an amazing day. Lost it only the second day, so only kept it once. But just to be back today in the leader's jersey on the Grand Tour is something that you know, I'm speechless.
Was this a set aim at the start of the day to get into red?
No, it wasn't. You know, this morning the way I had seen the race was that we'd arrive with about a 25-30 man group in a sprint, and probably riders like Gilbert would be there for the jersey. It did come through my mind when the group was reduced into the second part of the race, so I mean in the last 20k, so if I'm in a good breakaway or do a good sprint, I could maybe get some bonus and go in red, and but until 20k to go, I never thought about it.
Now, clear up a little bit of a debate that we've been having here, because Brian...
I was going to say, and the run-in, going
yeah, so Brian had thought in the run-in to the finish here that you were possibly holding back, thinking about red rather than the race lead. Or was it a case of not being able to keep with Quintana?
No, and I mean, in the radio, sorry. No, and in the radio, we were thinking about the stage, and if I got the stage, I would probably get the red anyway. So I tried to, you know, to play it smart coming into the finish, but when Quintana went there, I was like, oh, if I go, a few of the guys in the wheel, and then I went, but just too late.
Sorry, I was going to say, Nico, it's your 10th Vuelta, isn't it? You love the Vuelta, don't you? I mean, what are you thinking in terms of that climb? It was quite a tough climb, wasn't it? And that was a proper group that went away on force, wasn't it? There was nothing lucky about it. You must be in great shape for a GC position.
Yeah, well, I'm definitely in good shape. I was struggling, I have to say, on top of the climb. I was just in the back there. And
there was a lot of people struggling, yeah. Don't worry.
I mean, I was in that 12, 13 position, not comfortable. And I knew that, you know, I know these roads by heart. We spent 5 weeks per year here. And I knew that coming into the run-in, it'd be a good chance if I went into the town, as people would kind of look at each other, and it kind of worked. So I was really, really pleased.
And did you know that last climb in the run into the final today?
Yes.
You knew it very well?
I knew it very well. It's the road we take every day to the hotel. The hotel is about 1 kilometer away from here. So where Quintana attacked was the perfect spot to attack, and he really made the most of it.
And you went after him, didn't you?
I went after him, and then Iran came back, and then it kind of stalled, and then I said, right, now I have to play for the sprint.
And tomorrow now, what are you going to do? Team defend this, and then think about later on in the race? You want to finish in the top 10 of this race?
I don't know. I mean, the set goals were to support Wilco. I think today I showed I had the legs to give me a shot too, but I'm not going to get overexcited. I think we need to stick with the plan. I will enjoy these days riding in red and keep my mind to other opportunities.
How long do you think you can keep red, Nico, with the parkour that we have to come?
I mean, the last time I said I was going to keep it for 3 or 4 days, and I kept it 1. So I'm not going.
Don't aim too high, but yeah.
I'm not going to get overexcited. I'm going to enjoy tonight and tomorrow on the bike, and then try and defend it with the guys as much as I can, and look at day by day.
How do you enjoy a stage win like this at this stage in a Vuelta then? What will tonight hold in store?
Well, I mean, the enjoyment bit is more about, you know, the podium ceremony. They're all experiences that only very few cyclists experience in their lives, and it's great to go on the podium, say, I wore a leader's jersey in a Grand Tour. You know, it's not that I'm going to go out party full on tonight. It's more the feeling and the experience that you lived in those 24 hours.
We won't see you in the karaoke bars of Benidorm then?
No, definitely not.
None of us had you down. None of us had him down in the top 2 today. Yeah. We all had Sam Bennett down.
Yeah,
they're all Irishmen.
I gave him a shot this morning. I did think he was going to have a go.
Yeah.
For everybody, you've ridden now Giro, Tour and Vuelta. What motivates you here at the Vuelta, and what makes the Vuelta special for you?
I think it's the time of the year where I always go the best, and it's kind of a perfect match. It's a race that suits me with those kind of short, steep climbs the first week, a bit longer climbs in the third week, which I always tend to suffer in the third week. But it just, happens at the right moment. I love this type of heat. I don't like the humid heat that we have in the summer in France, for example. This is much more dry heat, and I see everybody suffer, and I'm just kind of happy with it. And I think
you're an Irish anomaly, Nico, I have to
I think
say.
its advantages is I can get through that heat, and it just happens to be that since I'm a kid, I've always gone good in August, and the best race for me in August is the Vuelta.
Well, Nico, thank you very much, and it has been a pleasure talking to you, and I'm so delighted that your aim of getting back on the breakaway has come true. It's fantastic.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you very much. We'll let you go off now and get on with the rest of your evening. Fantastic win there from Nico Roach. Thank you. And I have to reference the fans behind us. If you're wondering why we're all leaning into each other and trying to hear each other.
This silly song that hasn't stopped for 2 days. Yo Tango
This is
Man.
a song that's been on rotation for the last 2 days. The atmosphere here is phenomenal. The Colombian fans here. And I have to give a shout out to the few
Irish flags over there.
There are Irish flags, yeah.
They're behaving themselves out the back.
This is just a brilliant atmosphere that we see at the Vuelta, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's, we're down here on the Costa Blanca. I learned that yesterday. I thought it was the Costa del Sol, but shows how much I know.
Brava, I think
Yeah, I mean, there's obviously, we've seen so many people, seen Irish people, Brits. Haven't seen any Scots yet. But yeah, it's
It's too hot for them.
And of course, the Colombians now are the new tifosi of cycling, aren't they? Obviously, a win today for Nairo. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
Brandon, we've just seen Nico in red and just how much it means to him.
Yeah.
Take us back to when you wore red in 2011. How much did that day mean to you? Stage 11 you wore it on, I think.
Yeah, I mean, it was the first few years where it had been a red jersey. I actually don't like the red jersey. I like the old Amarillo jersey, which was golden, and it was very famous, and they changed it because one of the sponsors came in.
Who's that young guy? Who's that young guy?
I don't know, that's my brother.
It's your
Look at him,
son.
what an idiot. But anyway, he's dead, that person, by the way. Yeah, so Grand Tour, I took the pink jersey in the Giro the year before, and then of course I took yellow a year later, so I had the whole set. But it was, as Nico just said there, to wear a Grand Tour leaders jersey, no matter what colour it is, it's you've got that for the rest of your life, and he's fortunate enough to have done it before. And it's just it's a great experience being that first one in the GC.
Right, you jokingly say there that person's dead now. Does it feel like another lifetime?
Oh, absolutely, 100%, yeah. I actually don't like that person anymore.
Yeah.
And it's took me a long time to detach from him.
You're a lot nicer, I have to say.
Yeah,
Is he?
exactly.
Is he?
To me, maybe not to you, Brian.
But, I had to be like that to be good at cycling, and I understand, but you have to change very quickly because you have to adapt back to normal life. And I'm just happy being here now.
Brian, you're happy being here as well. You know these roads very
Brian's
well.
no different. He's still the same as he was when he was a rider.
I've just
Well, not
changed my hair
what kind of
colour.
a person that was.
That's all.
Not on air.
I've been coming here since I was 12, 38 years, and I know the area. I know we used to come here training camps in Benidorm, so I know the climbs round there. I was brought here by my father, who's no longer with us now, and I used to come to Altea, train all round these roads. I think it's a brilliant area for cycling. Okay, there's a lot of holiday makers come here, Benidorm, but I have fond memories of Benidorm and Calpe.
And you rode a World Championships here that, Bradley, you came to see as a kid.
Yeah, of course. Benidorm, 1992. Gianni Bugno, the great Gianni Bugno, won the sprint there. Brian actually finished the race in the second group that year, didn't you, Brian, the pro race?
45th in it. What spurred me on was seeing Bradley Wiggins outside the road with a Scottish flag. God spiffy, God spiffy.
We didn't have phones in those days with cameras on, so I had my Kodak disposable. He wouldn't give me a photo that day.
I signed it Mickey Mouse.
You beat the venerable Sean Kelly that day, didn't you?
Who?
Oh, you're so
That's
mean.
my claim to fame. I beat Sean
That's it,
Kelly.
he can't come back to you today.
I beat Sean Kelly in the World Championships that year, 92. Good year.
It has been a good race so far, hasn't it? I mean, we're only 2 stages in. It sounds
It's been
ridiculous to
superb.
say, but
Yeah.
it's been really, really enjoyable.
It's been superb, and I think as spectators now and as fans sitting here commentating on it, to see the likes of Nico, you'd get joy out of that as well. Quintana, no one would have expected Quintana this morning when we were talking about the show to finish solo on stage 1 of the Vuelta. After yesterday we were bigging up Lopez, his opportunity. He's disappointed us again. I mean, already there's so much to talk about. It's been a superb start.
Do you know what? A lot of the Grand Tours have changed their formats. And the Giro, so unpredictable, everybody loves it. And the Vuelta was the only race, the last part, or the last 50 kilometres, the last 60 kilometres of breakaway, long boring stages. and they've changed it around. And we're getting stages like that now, so unpredictable. Loving the Giro, loving the Vuelta. The Tour has had to up its game as well.
Yeah, it's been an absolute thriller so far, and it doesn't stop there. Of course, plenty more stages to come. Stage 3 next will be our last on the Costa Blanca. We'll be waving goodbye to the holiday destination here, saying farewell to the coast after tomorrow's 186-kilometre journey from Juguete to Alicante. 2 Category 3 climbs to Puerto de Villar and Puerto de Tibi before the last 40 kilometres downhill into the finish, which should help